Hari Om. Today we are going to start our first online class mathematics. Here the very first topic is rational numbers. Before going to discuss about these rational numbers, we should have a discussion on number system. That it is the set of natural numbers denoted by n and it starts from 1. That it is, we use these natural numbers for counting purpose, meaning to count currency or measuring length or distance. For all these things we use natural numbers. Now coming to the next number system is a set of whole numbers. Here the set of whole numbers is denoted by W. Here along with these natural numbers we can include 0, then it makes set of natural numbers. Here in this set of natural numbers 0 is the smallest in this set of whole numbers 0 be the smallest whole number, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Here the greatest whole number can't be defined, meaning the greatest whole number or natural number we can't define. So here in this whole number set 0 be the least whole number, and in this natural number set 1 be the least whole number. In these both the sets we can't define the greatest whole natural number as well as whole number. And coming to the next set of next number system is a set of integers. Here the set of integers is denoted by either z or I. Here along with these whole numbers, if we can add some negative numbers, then it makes a set of integers. In this set of integers, all these are negative integers and these all are positive integers. And in this, here we have 0. This is neither positive nor negative. This is about integers, and here this -1 is less than 0 and -2 is less than -1, -3 is less than -2, -4 is less than -3. Likewise, if we move left of 0, the values becomes lesser. Here, if we move right of the 0, then the values becomes increase. So this is about integers. And the next number system is set of rational numbers. In this set of rational numbers, a rational number which is of the form p by q and q not equal to 0 and p and q are integers. Why we are particularly representing these conditions means if the denominator is equal to 0, then we can get an indeterminate forms, so that if q should not be equal to the 0 and p and q should be equal to should belongs to the set of integers. Why? Because here if p and q are only natural numbers, then we can define them as fractions, whereas if they are integers, then they are then they are negative rational numbers. Now coming to the discussion on difference between these two. If both the numerator and denominator are positive, we can define them as a fraction and a positive rational number. Why? Because here 2 by 3 meaning is in a whole part. Here this denominator denotes a total number of parts. That it is, in this figure the total number of parts are 3. In this, whatever we have in numerator, this number indicates what part we are taking into consideration. That here, if we are taking into our consideration these two parts, then we this figure shows that 2 by 3. So, is a fraction and is a positive rational number also. And coming to minus 5 by 6 is just a negative rational number. That is the difference between a fraction and rational number. So, to differentiate these things, here we are defining as a q not equal to 0 and p and q are integers. Have you understood this concept about this fraction and rational number? Now further we can discuss that here we have a small discussion on rational numbers, that it is rational numbers we can convert into its decimal form. Here it is a p by q, no, 1 by 4. We can convert this 1 by 4 into its decimal form as 4 2s are 8, 2 0, 4 5s are 20. So here this 1 by 4 we can write this as 0.25. That it is its decimal form. Now coming to here 2 by 5. Again this is also 0.54s are 20. It is 0.4. Now coming to this 1 by 3. Three threes are 9, 1 0. Again 3 threes are 9, 1 0. 3 threes are 9, 1 0. So it goes on, that it is continuous. It has no end. And coming to this one, it is 22 by 7, 7 threes 21, 1.0, 7 ones 7, 3 0, 7 fours 28, 2 0, 7 twos are 14, 6 0, 7 eights are 56, 4 0. Observe one thing, here it is no end. It is it continues along this division. So that here again these decimal forms we can define into two ways. That it is here these two are has an end, so that we call them as terminating decimal. In the below 2, here it is no end. Here also for this division no end, so that we call them as non-terminating decimal. Now again in this non-terminating decimal we have two more concepts, that it is a non-terminating repeating, that it is here no end and the term and the number 3 only repeating, so that here it is a non-terminating repeating. And coming to this side, if you continues this division, there is no repetition will be. So that we call this as a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Now coming to the next topic, representation of rational numbers on number line. Representation of rational numbers on number line. Before going to discuss about rational numbers on number line, here first we can discuss a few points on the before number systems. That is, first one is a natural numbers. Starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And coming to integers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. And coming to the rational numbers. Here in this rational numbers number line, here we can represent more numbers, more rational numbers in between two rational numbers. That it is here in between 0 and 1 we can have 1 by 2, that it is 0.5. In the same way, in between 1 and 2 we have 1.5, and in between 2 and 3 we have 2.5, and in the same way this side also it is a -1 by 2 and -3 by 2 and -5 by 2. Likewise we can represent. Again, if we consider one more number line 0, 1, 2, 3. Again in these we have 1 by 3, 2 by 3. This is 3 by 3 which is equal to 1, and 4 by 3, 5 by 3. This is 6 by 3 which is equal to 2. Likewise 7 by 3, 8 by 3, 9 by 3 which is equal to 3. So in the same way, this side on left side part of rational numbers number line, we can put in the same way -1 by 3, -2 by 3 and -3 by 3 which is equal to -1. Next -4 by 3, -5 by 3, -6 by 3 which is equal to -2. Again, one more number line, rational number line, that we can extend that 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4 which is nothing but 1, 5 by 4, 6 by 4, 7 by 4, 8 by 4 which is nothing but 2. Likewise this side also -1 by 4, -2 by 4, -3 by 4, -4 by 4 which is nothing but -1. So likewise we can extend rational numbers number line on both the sides. By these three lines we can conclude that there are infinitely many rational numbers between two rational numbers. Observe here 0 and 1 we have 2. Here we have 1. Here we have 4, 3. Likewise, if we extend, there are infinitely many rational numbers between two rational numbers. Whereas in the above three number systems, no number between two numbers. That it is 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. There are no other whole numbers, no other natural numbers, no other integers. But in case of rational numbers, we can have infinitely many rational numbers between two rational numbers. This is about representation of rational numbers on number line. Again, one more small formula is there, that is what is the exact rational number lies between two rational numbers means assume that a number a equal to 1 and another number b equal to 2. Here a number which lies a rational number which lies exactly between these two rational numbers means it is a plus b by 2. It is 1 plus 2 by 2. It is 3 by 2. It is 1 by 1.5. Here same we get. So we can put infinitely many rational numbers between two rational numbers, but a number which lies exactly between two rational numbers means that it is a plus b by 2. Here is this is about representation of rational numbers on number line. Next topic is properties of rational numbers. Under 4 operations we can check out, but here first I am going to discuss with you and under addition. Closure property. If A and B belongs to Q, this is the symbol for belongs to. That means A and B are two rational numbers from set of Q. That is, then their sum A plus B belongs to Q. If A is 3, B is minus 2, 3 plus of minus 2 is 1 belongs to Q. Next one is a commutative property. If AB belongs to Q, then A plus B is equal to B plus A. That it is addition on by interchanging the numerals. That it is A plus B. Here this side it is B plus A. Whether if satisfies or not, we have to check. Here A is 1 by 3 and B is 1 by 2. By adding these two, we may get 5 by 6. Here also 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3, it is 5 by 6. Here, see this rational numbers addition. As you have already learnt in your previous class how to add fractions. In the same way, here also LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. In 3 table, 6 you may get 2 times. So that 2 into 1, 2. 2 table, 6 3 times. That it is 3 into 1, 3. Now again 2 and 3 LCM is 6. In 2 table, 3, 6 3 times. 3 into 1, 3. 3 table 6, 2 times. 2 into 1, 2. So it is 5 by 6 is equal to 5 by 6. It is associative property. And the next one is associative property. If A, B and C belongs to Q, then A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. While we are discussing in integers addition or whole numbers addition, in a numerical expression, if there appears any bracket, then we should simplify the terms which are inside the bracket at first. Here also I have simplified these two first, so that I got here 2 plus 1 3 by 4 and it is 1 by 3. Here this side also first we should simplify these terms, then it is 5 by 6 plus 1 by 4 on both sides. 13 by 12 is equal to 13 by 12. From these we can conclude that closure property, commutative property, associative property holds good in rational numbers and under addition. That means rational numbers can satisfy closure property, commutative property, associative property under addition. And then next property is existence of identity. If A belongs to Q, then A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus A is equal to A. That means if to a given number, if we added another rational number, we are getting the result as same number, then it is called existence of identity. Here this procedure is suitable, is possible with 0 only. So that here we call this 0 as a identity element. Here I have taken A as 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. So here I have taken 1 by 2. Our result also 1 by 2. Hence this is possible with 0 only under this operation, that is under addition. So here we call this 0 as additive identity. So the additive identity element is 0. Next, coming to existence of inverse. If A belongs to Q, then A plus of minus A is equal to minus of plus A is equal to 0. Meaning, if to a given for a given number, if we are adding any other number, we are getting the result as an identity element. That two numbers we call them as inverse to each other. Here we are doing under addition, so that additive inverse of each other. That means here I have taken A as 2 by 3. We are operating with some other number, so as to get additive identity as so as to get the result as additive identity. So here A plus of minus A is equal to minus A plus A is equal to 0 means it is possible with the same number opposite sign, that it is A is 2 by 3. We want to get the result as 0. So it is possible with minus 2 by 3 only. So here we call this as minus 2 by 3 as additive inverse of plus 2 by 3. And similarly, the additive inverse of plus 2 by 3 is minus 2 by 3. By operating these two, we are getting the result as additive identity element. Hence, we call this additive inverse of plus A is minus A, and additive inverse of minus A is plus A. This is about properties of rational numbers under addition. Next topic is properties of rational numbers under multiplication. Here, closure property. If A and B belongs to Q, then A into B belongs to Q. A is 1 by 2, B is 1 by 3. Their product 1 by 6. 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 6 belongs to Q. So, is also a rational number. So, it is closure property holds good in rational numbers under multiplication. And next one is commutative property. If A and B belongs to Q, then their product A into B is equal to B into A. 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 3, it is a minus 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 6. Here commutative property satisfies. And the next one is associative property. if A, B and C are three rational numbers, then their product A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Same, already we discussed in the before one that the numbers which are inside the bracket we should calculate first. That it is here 1 by 3 into 5 by 6 into 1 by 4 is 5 by 24 is equal to 5 by 18 into 1 by 4. Here it is 5 by 72 and 5 by 72. So LHS is equal to RHS. Associative property also satisfies the rational numbers can satisfy associative property under multiplication. Next one is existence of identity. As we discussed before in the under addition, in the same way here also whatever the number we are multiplying with some other number, we are getting the result as same. Such element, that such number is called its identity element. Here A into some number, we should get same number as result. It is possible with only 1. So here A into 1 is equal to 1 into A is equal to A. I have taken for example A as 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 1 is equal to 1 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Here it is possible with only 1. So we call this 1 as a multiplicative identity element. So identity element under multiplication is 1. Next coming to the existence of inverse. This is also same as we discussed in the before, but there it is addition, here it is multiplication. If a number is multiplying with some other number, we are getting the result as its identity, then the two numbers or becomes inverse to each other. Here A into 1 by A is equal to 1 by A into A is equal to 1. Here A gets cancelled, A gets cancelled, we will get the result as its identity element. So here A is 5. 5 into 1 by 5 is equal to 1 by 5 into 5 is equal to 1. So here we conclude that multiplicative inverse of A is 1 by A and the multiplicative inverse of 1 by A is A. So 5 multiplicative inverse is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 multiplicative inverse is 5. If any number is for example 2 by 3, its multiplicative inverse becomes 1 by 2 by 3. It is 1 into here this is entire a fraction. In that again we have one more fraction in denominator. In this time here this denominator part becomes again numerator as denominator and denominator as numerator, so that here you may get 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 multiplicative inverse is 3 by 2. In the same way for any other, let me to take another example, minus 5 by 6. Its multiplicative inverse becomes 6 by minus 6 by 5. Here one thing you have to observe that it is When we are taking its multiplicative inverse, its sign will never change. But whereas in case of additive inverse, the number is same, sign will change. Here the number changes, that it is 5 by 6 became into 6 by 5, but the sign is same. So this is about existence of inverse. Distributive property. If A, B and C belongs to Q, then A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Here A is 1 by 2, B is 1 by 3, C is 1 by 4. Then 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, 1 by 2 into 1 by 4. It is here by simplifying it is 7 by 12. Here it is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 8. It is 7 by 24 is equal to 7 by 24. Here A is distributing, A distributes B and C over addition. Here the multiplication distributes over addition. A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Hence it is satisfied. So rational numbers holds good and distribute can satisfy the distributive property, satisfies the distributive property. And one more small important concept, that it is division by 0. Meaning, if we are multiplying any number with 0, we may get result 0. In the same way, if the number is, if we are dividing any 0 by any number, we may get the result 0. Whereas, if we are dividing a number by 0, then we may get an indeterminate form. It is an indeterminate form. So this is a small concept which we have to remember always, that it is when we are multiplying 0 to any number, we can get 0 as result. In the same way, 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. Whereas any number we are dividing by 0, the result is an indeterminate form. This is about the properties of rational numbers.